spare me here 7 bullocks and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had said, and offered a bullock and a ram on every altar. And when Balaam saw it, that it pleased the Lord Yahweh to bless Israel, he went not, as at the other times, to seek for enchantments, but he set his face toward the wilderness. And Balaam lifted up his eyes, and he saw Israel abiding in his tents, according to their tribes, and the Spirit of the Most High came upon him. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam the son of Beor hath said, the man whose eyes were open hath said, he hath said, which heard the words of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open, how goodly are thy tents, O Jacob, and thy tabernacles, O Israel. As the valleys are they spread forth, as gardens by the riverside, as the tree of line aloes, which the Lord Yahweh hath planted, and as cedar trees beside the waters, which aloes, are those sweet smelling woods. You got sandalwood is one of them, and Palo Santo. Okay, so that's what we are to Yahweh, sweet smelling wood, man. And you won't want nobody to destroy those trees. It says, and as cedar trees beside the waters, he shall pour the water out of his buckets, and his seed shall be in many waters, and his king shall be higher than Agag, and his kingdom shall be exalted. Who's the king? The king is Yahushua. Okay, his kingdom is going to be exalted, and it's going to fill the 4 corners of the earth, as it states in Daniel the 2nd chapter. It says, the Most High brought him forth out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. He shall eat up the nations, his enemies. So we gonna devour you other nations, man. Okay, your armies are gonna be completely wiped out. All right, you ain't gonna have any power to mount a defensive against the nation of Israel, man. Okay, and then on top of that, we are backed by the Creator of the heavens and earth. We gonna have spiritual power, man. Okay, so there's nothing you can do to stop this from happening. It says, he shall eat up the nations, his enemies, and he shall break their bones and pierce them through with his arrows. He couched, he laid down as a lion and as a great lion. Who shall stir him up? Who's stirring up the nation of Israel? Yahweh. Okay, the Most High has put that spirit back into certain individuals of the nation of Israel. Okay, and these are going to be the same ones that are going to be used as the Most High's battle axe and weapons of war, as you read in Jeremiah 51. Okay, it says he couched down, he laid down as a lion and as a great lion. Who shall stir him up? Blessed is he that blesseth thee, and cursed is he that cursed thee. And Balak's anger was kindled against Balaam, and he smote with his hands together. And Balak said unto Balaam, I called thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast altogether blessed them these 3 times. Therefore now flee thou to thy place. I thought to promote thee unto great honor, but lo, the Lord Yahweh hath kept thee back from honor. And Balaam said unto Balak, spake I not also to thy messengers which thou sentest unto me, saying, if Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the commandment of the Lord Yahweh to do either good or bad of my own mind? But what the Lord Yahweh saith, that will I speak. And now behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. And we getting ready to enter into these times, man. Okay, Yahweh is getting ready to raise the nation of Israel again, like he did in the ancient times, man. Okay. It says, and behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam the son of Beor hath said, and the man whose eyes were open hath said, he hath said, which heard the words of the Most High, and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. That star represents Yahushua. Okay? The scepter represents what? Rulership, man. Okay, so at the end of the day, the nation of Israel is going to rule over you other nations, man. That includes you Edomites, man. Okay? And that's want us to get this knowledge back, because if we get the knowledge back, then we're aware of the prophecies, man. We're aware of the covenant that Yahweh Shem Yahushua made between himself and us. Okay, and we can use that covenant to our benefit, man. Okay, we can throw that in the Heavenly Father's face. He has to make good on that promise, man. According to his own words, we just read that the Most High is not a man that he should lie. Okay? But if we are, alienated from that knowledge, how can we call upon the Most High and have him remember the covenant that he made with us, man? We would just perpetually be in the state that we're in now. Okay? It says, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. And Edom shall be a possession, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Okay, so you Edomites, you're going to be a possession of the nation of Israel, man. All right? And we're going to take your land. All right? The land that you don't want, the land that you forsook. Okay? We're going to take control of that land. It says, Edom shall be a possession, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come him that shall have dominion. Who is that shall have dominion over the earth? Yahushua, man. Okay, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. All right. It says, out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. And Amalek was the first nation to come up against us when we came out of Egypt, man. Okay, he came out to meet us and to try to put us to death. All right. So what's going to happen to you Amalekites? Which Amalek is a so-called Jew. All right, that's the same tribe that Evelyn Rothschild is from, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, okay, the Bilderbergs, Klaus Schwab. He's an Amalekite, man. Okay, Bill Gates, he's an Amalekite. Okay, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, they're Amalekites, man. Joe Biden, they Amalekites. Okay, George Bush, they Amalekites, man. It says, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. All right, because when all is said and done, when you fulfill your punishment out, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to cause not only your whole tribe, but your whole nation is going to be exterminated, man. All Amalekites and Edomites are going to be exterminated in the future. It says, and he looked on the Kenites and took up his parable and said, strong is thy dwelling place, and thou puttest thy nest in a rock. Nevertheless, the Kenites shall be wasted until Ashur shall carry thee away captive. Okay? And these things are going to happen, man. The nation of Israel is going to be risen up. Yahweh Shem Yahushua has already begun to have mercy on us by giving us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding back, man. See, you heathen getting beside yourself thinking that the Most High forsook us. You wasn't thinking about the prophecies, man. This is Deuteronomy 30 and 1. It says, and it shall come to pass when all these things that come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power hath driven thee. So it was already prophesied that we were going to remember these things, man. Regardless of what effort you went to, all the lengths that you went to try to suppress this information from us, man. It was going to happen anyway that we was going to wake up. Okay? Because it's prophesied that we gonna destroy you in the last days. It says, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power hath driven thee, and shalt return unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua will turn thy captivity. So what does it mean to turn our captivity? The Most High is going to loose us from slavery. Okay? It says that then the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai thy power has scattered thee. So we're going to be recalled back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, the Most High is going to deliver us via those chariots and set us back in the land of Israel, man. Okay, and he's going to fulfill that promise that he made with our forefathers. And see, there's nothing you heathen can do to break the promise that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai made with our forefathers, man. Okay, it tells you that in the book of Galatians. No man can disannul it or add it there too, man. All right. It says, if any man be driven out unto the outmost part of heaven. So if you got Israelites that's down there in Antarctica, man. Okay. If you got Israelites that's down there that are part of the elect, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will deliver them from there, man. Okay. We know Antarctica is not, really inhabited. I'm just using that as an example. That's how far Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will go to gather the remnant of his people, man. It says, if any of thine be driven out unto the outmost part of heaven, from thence will the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. Okay? So like I brought the example, if it was an Israelite, a member of the elect in Antarctica, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai would fetch them from there and set them back in the land of Israel, man. It says, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai thy power will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed, which the heart is your mind. Okay? So the Most High is going to circumcise our heart and the heart of our children to love the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live, which this goes into the new covenant. Okay, the Most High is going to put the laws, statutes, and commandments into our inward parts. So we're going to be programmed to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Which means what? We're never going to be in this situation ever again. It says, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and unto them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So the things that we went through, now it's time for you other nations to deal with. Okay, you Edomites, you elites, you ain't never won a day, did a day's work. You gonna become a slave, man. All right, you gonna have to work for the rest of your life until you drop dead. Okay, and your children are gonna work, man. And all your wealth, your riches, your all this property that you have is gonna be used as restitution to pay back to the nation of Israel. It says, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee, and thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and do all his commandments which I command thee this day, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai thy power will make thee plenteous in every work of thine hand, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy land for good. For the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will again rejoice over thee for good, as he rejoiced over thy fathers. Okay? So with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Arahakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.